Most of us know what we want our future to be, but are we putting in the work to get there every single day? Are we being consistent? That is quite possibly the most important question when it comes to reaching any goal that you might set within your life. Are you putting in that work in every single day to get closer and closer? For many of us, the answer is going to be no. We spend time doom scrolling, we're wasting time doing other things, or we're just, I guess, not motivated to even get out of bed. But the real question is, how can we become more consistent within our life so that every single day we're getting closer and closer to reaching the goals that we want in the future? And the way that I recommend, or the way that I'm doing it within my own life, is by writing down and assigning every single hour of my day to something within my journal. You know, from the moment I wake up, from the moment I set my alarm, I'm going to start journaling from every single hour that I'm awake the next day. What am I doing? 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. waking up, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, I'm at work. Every single hour I'm at work. What am I doing at work? I'll write down specifically every task I'm trying to get done while I'm at work. If y'all don't know, I'm an engineering intern. So what task do I have for the day? I'm writing it down. How am I going to get there? I focus while I'm at work, of course. But then once I get home, I gotta allocate an hour to, you know, decompress, get ready to do other work from like 6 to 7 p.m. Gotta cook dinner. 7 to 8 p.m. go to the gym. 9 to 8 to 9 p.m. Take a shower, get ready for bed and everything. Maybe record a video if I have time, but who knows? So you gotta allocate every single hour to the day, and that kind of, some days you're just not gonna have too much time for fun. And while I was doing that, I was just realizing, like, damn, I don't really have any time in the day after I've allocated every single hour to something to, just like chill or like doom scroll. I haven't allocated a single hour or a single time period to that, and I think that's very valuable because with all that time allocated, it's much more likely for me to not waste my time doing something else. You know, so that is pretty good. And in case y'all don't know why I'm working so much, was like 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's actually 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's my actual work like schedule, but it's because I work 4 days a week. Fridays are off, so that gives me more time. So like Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I'll record most of my videos, and then a few after work if I'm feeling like extra hardworking that day or like extra motivated. But most of the time it's just going to the gym, working out, and then coming home and cooking some healthy food, taking a shower and getting ready for bed and the next day. But of course I'm journaling still every single hour, and sometimes I'll have other tasks that I need to get done. And by writing them down and giving every single hour a specific task, I feel like I've gotten closer to reaching some of my goals, and I feel like every day in a sense is more productive. Even if I can't quantify that I'm getting closer to one of my goals or something, I know that every single day I did spend was productive, and in the back of my mind I know that it's getting me to where I want to be in the future. So I think that's the most important thing, is allocating every single hour of your day to something that you want to get done. And that's a good way, especially if you have a lot of free time in the summer. Some of y'all might be out of school, and besides working, you don't really have much to do. You don't have many responsibilities or anything. This is like the best opportunity to start working on their skill, or hopping onto something like making YouTube videos or something, to like just get out there and grind. So I think you should definitely allocate a few hours to that. But I think I've already made separate videos on, what you do outside of your 9 to 5 is the most important thing. Y'all can check out that video. It's on my channel's page. But you got to be consistent every single day, and by allocating every single like task to time, I found that it's a little bit easier to be more consistent. But the purpose of this video was to just remind you, and I guess motivate you a little bit to be more consistent every single day within your life. And this is for any goal that you might have. It's not just about, getting rich, which is what some of the videos on the channel are about, but it's also for, like, for example, a gym. If you want to learn a new skill, like, shoot, I'm trying to learn how to cook a little bit better right now. So, I'm allocating a little bit of time to trying out a new recipe. Not every single day, of course, because that's a little bit crazy. But like on the weekends, let me try something new, something I haven't done before. Let me see if I can make it. If I can make it and actually be edible and pretty good. So just that repetition, every single day, every single week, and eventually every single month and every single year will get you closer and closer to your goals. And eventually you're gonna hit them, man. I believe that for all of us. Eventually we're gonna reach what we want, and once we reach that, we shouldn't stop. We should continue to continuously make goals and strive to be better every single day. But you know maybe set quantifiable goals that won't take forever so that you can stay a little bit more motivated and consistent. Um, I guess, for example, I'll use my YouTube channel as an example. Right now, I guess a quantifiable and reasonable goal just for this summer is to start averaging 100 to 200 views a video. You know, how can I post enough videos? How can I improve the quality of my videos to receive 100 to 200 views a video? And we're getting kind of close. It depends on the video, but you know, we're just continuously improving and getting closer and closer to that. So, you know, being consistent in posting is probably going to help me reach that goal. Uh, and focusing on what am I talking about, what am I spending my time on YouTube discussing, will probably help me reach that goal. So all those factors are very important into helping me reach my goal. So, you know, I guess in terms of being consistent, I'm being consistent and focusing on those steps to reach that goal. You know, I'm posting videos every other day basically right now, or every other 2 days. And I'm focusing on, you know, trying to capture good thumbnails from the video, spending a little bit of time on that, trying to think of, you know, good topics, good things that I can talk about during my videos that will like make sense and actually be useful to hear and not just random yap, you know. So it's all those little things put together that are very important, and that consistency is what I think is going to help this channel grow, and also just me in general, you know. And this is for other things outside my YouTube channel as well. So yeah, that's today's video. You know, it's important to be consistent. You have to be if you want to reach your goals. I think we've all heard the quote that consistency beats skill. So being consistent is more important than being skillful, I guess. You know, being consistent will help you beat just pure raw skill from birth or something like that. You know, I don't know how it is. And also just like luck in general. I think some people get lucky and you know, it's really good, but being consistent in working and you know getting towards these goals is going to beat out luck eventually, you know. So yeah, that was today's video. Just want to talk a little bit about all of that. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, show some love. Y'all know that this channel is one of my goals, so anything towards that is very much appreciated. If y'all have any ideas, let me know in the comments down below. You know, I like responding to them. So tell me how y'all's life is going. What are y'all being consistent in? What are some of y'all's goals? And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace out, man.